Hey, this is Carter out here at Terry Hendricks Chrysler. I got the truck out in the sun. I looked it over. It's got a very little amount of dust on it. I'm not going to worry about washing it. If you guys want me to make another video and wash it, I can. The dust is extremely minimal out here on this one today. So I'm going to go pretty lengthy on this video. I'm going to try to go panel by panel, go as thoroughly as possible. I know it's a little different when you look at a video than compared to being in person. But I'm going to do my best to kind of give you a grading scale per panel on what scratches are there, what scratches aren't there, and kind of go from there. I hope this helps you out a little bit. Let me know if you have any questions, though. But we're going to jump right in and start here at the front driver corner, work our way down, around, and back up the passenger side. So here we go. Front quarter panel on the driver's side here. Try to look at it from a couple different lights, stepping back and getting close. Front quarter panel looks pretty good. Couple little light scratches here. I don't even know if you'll even be able to see it. It's that light. In person you'll see it, but it's very minimal, and it's only when the certain light allows. You'll get a little bit of dust here like this, you'll see, but I can still see everything through it. Couple little scratches down here. Hopefully you can pick those up in the video. Yeah, just trying to get a bunch of different angles to see. This is just dust. If I get halfway around and I see it's too dusty, I will wash it, but it doesn't look too dusty at all for looking what I'm looking for. We got a little spot here that you can feel with your nail, so that will not come out. We got a scratch here coming at an angle from above the ram down and out the bottom. Very thins out right here. It's very light. If you're looking at it head on, you'll barely see it. You'll see it here and here, but this in between you won't see, and down here you won't see. Light scratch is still down here on this bottom piece. I think you can, on my phone I can see the scratch. Hopefully you guys can too. It is very light and minimal, and when you're up here you're not gonna see it. If you get down, you'll see it. It's pretty much the extent of that door. We do have stone chips underneath here. This is on the bottom of the rocker here, and a bunch of light scratches down underneath, which is pretty much inevitable. You're gonna get those stone chips, light scratches, and down into here on this flare piece. This is probably the most visible piece that there are scratches on the door. These black plastic pieces do have some cosmetic scratches on them. There is a little, you can kind of see the light moves a little bit right there. There's a little door ding. The paint is not cracked though. And you can look at it head on and there's no crack in the paint, but there is a little door ding there. Here's a point and here's a point. Stepping back again. We got a chip here. Couple light scratches down here that go from the driver door here all the way down. Very light ones though. A lot of these came out. I mean, there's a couple that are very minor, as you can see here. Another stone chip up here. Maybe it's not a stone chip. Nope, that's a stone chip right there. Very small. A lot of these scratches are light enough that if you were to wax this truck, you probably would not see most of them on this door. The front driver door, you're gonna see a couple. There's a little scratch in the groove here. You can see same thing down here on this bottom piece. This is the panel that's gonna catch any debris coming up. We got stone chips across it. A little bit of scratching coming around this cab corner, but nothing too crazy. Little spot here where there's some little chip. And then on the back of the cab, You can see a chip here and here. Light stone chips up here. That's the extent of this front cab of the driver side. I'm gonna do a quick just distance out all the way around like this, just front quarter or front half, just so you can see it in the sun. It does look a lot better. It's not perfect. It's still gonna have scratches on it. It's still gonna have stone chips on it. And you're gonna see it in the sun. If this truck is, you know, you go through the car wash, you pull it out, you're still gonna see some of those scratches. It is nowhere close to what it looked like beforehand, but you're still gonna see them. They're always gonna be there. Just as a disclaimer, down here on the bedside, we got a couple scratches down here. Again, pretty minimal. This is one that you're gonna see. These ones down here, tail off. It's a really light. You're not really gonna notice them. A couple here through here on this body piece. This deflects it down. A couple light ones in there and some stone chips. This is that long, deeper scratch. If it were me, I would put some touch-up paint in there, just really thin, dab it in, just to keep that body piece nicer. Not seeing anything that's super crazy. There's more dust on the back here than there was on the front, but I can still see through it. Little scratch here. This is about the biggest on the driver's side of the truck. This scratch here right behind the wheel well. Coming with that scratch, you can see there's a couple little light scratches on upper and lower of that. Coming back all the way down and around here. I mean, this area right here is probably the densest in scratches that I can see. That's just compound in there. That one scratch up here I showed you in that groove looked just like that, so that might rub out too. That might just be some rubbing compound that was stuck in there. You're getting a little bit of swirling. I don't know if you can kind of see it right here. This light deflecting off the truck here and here. That's swirls. So you are going to get a little bit of that. You can see it right here and right here. Where when the truck was buffed, because the scratches were so bad, they probably put a little bit into it to where you're going to get a little bit of swirling. Again, that's something where wax goes a long ways. This back corner piece here is pretty scraped with these micro scratches. I mean, pretty heavily. This is pretty much everywhere from the tail light housing to the tailgate is absolutely scratched. Just 1,000 little scratches on there. Scratches above the tail light. And I try to be as transparent as possible and as brutally honest. I don't want you to drive 6 hours and then I'm the guy you're gonna get mad at. We got some chips up here on the paint on the top of the tailgate. This is extremely typical. We see this a lot, especially on heavy duties, where the plastic piece is chewed up, tailgate tops chipped up. Usually you get a dent right in here. So I do like to run my hand across there, like with my palm, just to make sure there's no indents. We do have one here. Again, the paint is not cracked. You can kind of see where the light warps. That's because there is a dent there. Check our plugs. We do got some sand in there that she'll clean out. Scratch there. Same thing as the other side. This tail light, right, this whole thing around the tail light housing, completely scratched. It looks just like the other side. We got a chip here. This is a little indent. You can kind of see how the light catches it, as well as a scratch. If it were me, it's a truck, I'd put touch-up paint on there, call it a day. I wouldn't worry about the little indent. That's just some little bird droppings and stuff. There is a small stone chip here. Just trying to be as thorough as possible and feel anything. All right, so we got some scratches coming along here. This is the passenger side, about flush with this body line, just above that body line, just above the wheel. You're gonna see those scratches pretty heavily down in here. You can still see them pretty heavily. Down here we got the stone chips again and the scratches. In here there are still some light scratches, not super consistent, not super heavy, but they are still there. This side cleaned up pretty good. We got a scratch here through the paint, same thing. I just would barely touch that with a pen, just to get it in there. Side looks pretty good. We do have scratches down here on the lower half of the door and about this area here. They're very minor, but you can still see them right here. This is just compound stuck in there. And then down here on this piece between these body lines is going to be the heaviest on scratches. So if I would just say assume from here to here on both sides of the truck, the whole length of the truck, you're still going to have these light scratches, because this is the part of the truck that's going to take that abuse, that brunt of any sticks, any stones, anything. And down here you got heavy scratches, heavy chips down here. You're going to have that on every truck though. Unless you get down below the truck, you're not going to see it. I did notice, and I ordered, and they're actually here, bolts for this running board. For some reason the top bolt on the top, front and back is missing. We did get that bolt, so that's going to be put in there, so you guys will be good to go with that. That's just some rubbing compound. It's just rubbing compound. Passenger front door is a little scratched, nothing terrible. It does have quite a few scratches still, again, in that bottom piece here, but in this upper portion, the majority of the door looks pretty good. Front passenger quarters got some scratching coming up above the Hemi logo here. Yeah, I'm working its way this way and right in here. Nothing crazy, but it is there. We do have a chip here in the paint and some scratches down here working our way down this quarter. Nothing crazy, but they are still there. Hood looks pretty good. I do like the feel, just to make sure there's no clear coat peeling. Feels good. No dents across the top that I can see. This is going to be the exterior video. I'm going to do a second part and go over the interior. Pretty thorough video around the whole truck. 13 minutes on the exterior. Hopefully this helps. It's impossible to give you a real life experience of looking at it without being here, but hopefully this helps, went panel by panel. If I missed something, if you want additional pictures or anything like that, just let me know. I'm gonna get the interior video for you, and once I'm done with the videos, I'm gonna get this to service. They're gonna put those 2 bolts in the passenger side running board, and then this truck will be good to go. Let me know if you want to come out tomorrow or Friday. I'll get the truck, washed, swept out again one more time, just to make sure it's as clean as we can get it, and go from there. So keep an eye out for part 2, going over the interior. Thanks.